the while he was in the bush, he was fighting with bears. After fighting with bears, the encounters will give him song, and he will begin to, when he sings, Yahweh will look down from Zion and look at him and say, Kai, who owns this sound? Who owns this sound? Who owns this sound? They say it's David. He said, this one should be a man after my heart. Because when Lucifer was there, Lucifer was the one after God's heart. Are we together now? Are we together? If you watch in the organogram of God, and then somebody asked me, if David is a man after God's heart, who is the heart of God? The heart of God is Jesus. The heart of God is who? Is Jesus. And then was captured as that man after God's heart, because he was a man that understood the nature of God. The nature of God is full of sound. Sounds are conveyors. Most of you are praying too much. You need to ask God, give me a sound. There are some midnights I don't sing, I don't pray. Some midnight I will just wake up and raise a sound. I will raise a sound and I will begin to pray in tongues, in sound. And 1 hour will pass, 2 hours, 3 hours. Why I'm there is not because I want to pray, is that sounds has a way to trap mortars. This is why if you are moving along the way, you hear the video song, you just slow down and be stepping your leg like this. Some people, you enter motor, and when they are playing one sound like that, they are doing your leg like this, not in your head. You know what is doing you? That thing that is doing you is not anything. It's just that the spirit behind the song has penetrated your soul. Because the heart of a man is constructed with rhythms and rhymes. So when you give I was inside a car one day going to Weri, and they played the video song. They were playing the video song, and I was singing my theophilus. As I was singing that song, I couldn't hear their sound again, and the song became joy to my soul. I was singing and people were looking at me. I said, no, the way I have structured my body, if we put Celine Dion here, no matter how sonorous her voice is, it will not tamper with my emotion. Men of spirit don't live by emotion, they live by instruction. Are you hearing me? Because most of you here, some music minister, you listening to the video today, listening to theophilus tomorrow, and sometimes we ask you, you say you are learning his voice. Have you seen the video sing without studio work before? If you see the video sing without studio work, you will sympathize yourself, because what God wants to give you is an angelic voice, not an Igbo voice. You are degrading yourself by telling me that you are learning skills, song skill, riffs and wrong. Who told you that angels are doing riffs and wrong? Not saying that you are calling riffs and wrong, they are good, but you see, in the place of encounter, and when you begin to read that Bible, very well, in that book of Ezekiel chapter 28, you begin to find out that why sound was created wasn't for people to dance, it was created to draw men into prayer. Why God gave men music is to draw them, because it looks like when a child refuses to drink medicine. Are we together now? You mold what? You mold the eba, put the medicine inside the eba and give to the child. This is music. Do you understand what is music now? Because most of you are singing, you think that you are just singing, you are praying. That is why after singing, the Lord can answer you, because that song wasn't a song, it was prayer. Are we together now? And any day you begin to take prayer as fellowship, that is the day the Lord will begin to see you as one that can harvest things. One of the things you need to understand before we begin to pray is that sounds are vehicles. One, sounds are boasters. Sounds are what? They are boasters. Strings are boasters. And there are many nights I will wake up to pray with tiredness. You know, when you begin to pray in tiredness, this is when God begins to take you serious. In my year 2, I had a covenant. I was able to cut out a covenant with God that when it is 12, I will begin to pray. So I've been doing that every 12 o'clock. Something will tap me and I will begin to pray. So one day I came in by 11:30 and I said, let me put my head together. When it was 12 o'clock at the dot, a spirit walked into my room and slapped me. I'm not sleeping with anybody. I'm